All right, YouTube, it is back day. Now, you might notice that my face is a little bit tanned. I just got back from doing a Spartan race with my wife in Palm Beach, West Palm Beach. And let me tell you, it's funny how how you train directly correlates to how you perform. What I mean by that is I'm obviously training to gain muscle and to get bigger, but as a result, I've kind of neglected my cardiovascular performance and training. So when it came to doing the obstacles of the Spartan race, it was quite taxing. I shouldn't say that. The obstacles weren't too bad because I was very good at lifting my own body weight, carrying the heavy objects that they needed us to carry or lift or what have you. But when it came to the running, there was opportunities to improve. So that being said, it's done and over with now, and I got a little bit of a tan out of it, at least on my face. So not a complete loss. Plus, it was a nice little vacation. So, but today's back day. Feeling big, feeling strong. Definitely woke up very hungry this morning. I ate a significant amount of calories last night. For dinner, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I had my 100-gram protein shake. Now, the 100-gram protein shake in of itself with the milk is probably like 300-400 calories. And then I use traditional white bread when I make my peanut butter and jelly, so that's like 100 calories a slice, so that's another 200 calories right there. And then I probably used easily 200 calories worth of peanut butter minimum. I really lay on the peanut butter hardcore. I didn't use a whole lot of jelly, but because jelly is primarily sugar, you really don't need a whole lot in order for it to equal out to a pretty decent amount of calories. So I probably had anywhere from 750 to 2,000 calories 750 to 1,000 calories last night for dinner. Relatively easily digestible calories, mind you, but woke up this morning and wow, just I took my pre-workout early. That's why I don't have the pump potion with me right now like usual, but I took my pre-workout early to try and curb the appetite, because sometimes the caffeine and everything that's in the pre-workout, along with the electrolytes and the creatine, sometimes that serves to curb the appetite. However, it did not. So luckily we're on a bulk and calorie excess is acceptable, because I indulged in probably 3 or 4 mini chocolate bunnies and 2 Ghirardelli white chocolate caramel filled squares. I had contemplated eating the faster digesting carbohydrates versus a little bit longer digesting carbohydrates like fruit, but obviously I went for the candy, so it is what it is. I'm not really too regretful. I'm not regretful at all on my decision, because we're going to be working out here within the next 10 minutes. So everything should have digested by then, and we should have a pretty good pump going on as we hit back. I've been watching a decent amount of Tom Haviland videos on Instagram, He seems to be more popular on Instagram than other platforms. But Tom Haviland is, he's like this almost 7 foot tall. I think he's like 6'8". He's like this 6'8" guy, about 300 plus pounds. But the guy lifts weight like you wouldn't believe it. I mean, we're talking like pause pressing 500 plus pounds on bench press, like it's nothing. Not like struggle, but like it's nothing. And the one video that I watched of him that really caught my attention was a single hand pickup of 500 pounds. And so it's like, Jesus Christ, like the grip strength alone, he picks it up, he holds it, and then he lets it down. He doesn't drop it. So I'm like, Christ. So needless to say, as we're doing back today, I'm probably going to attempt maybe a single arm 315 pound deadlift, lift, whatever you want to call it, single arm lift. Just to see where we're at with all that. Just for fun, you know. Hopefully I don't dislocate my shoulder and rip my arm out of the socket. That's definitely a possibility. I don't think it's going to happen, but most people who get injured don't think that the injury is going to happen, so time will tell. But yeah, we're probably coming towards the end of the type of bulk that we're doing right now. I'm not really sure what we're going to do moving forward. I mean, I am sure it's going to be one or two things. We're either going to kind of try and do like a main gain kind of thing where we, you know, lean out, but at the same time gain more muscle mass, so it looks like I'm on a cut, but really and truly I'm staying the same weight. Or we might do a traditional actual cut where we do a calorie deficit, that kind of thing. I'm leaning more towards the main gain, with the exception of losing, you know, roughly 5-ish pounds. Mostly I'm doing this because if you dirty bulk for too long, or if you do any bulk for too long, the effects of bulking kind of wear off. You plateau. And then also, you know, for aesthetic purposes, you kind of start to get fat. My body fat percentage is obviously like not anything to brag about right now because I'm not at that stage in my training. But what I'm trying to get at here is, I guess for health purposes, I just want to be a little bit better. So like instead of getting my protein in and then doing a bunch of like carbs of whatever I feel like eating, I might actually do relatively cleaner eating, which admittedly will result in less calorie intake. Hopefully not too little of a calorie intake. I'm eating like about 3,000 plus calories daily right now. So we might start eating between 2,500 and 3,000 on the dot. I think what I'll do is I'll start at 3,000, see how the scale changes, see how the strength is affected. It could very well be that because we're being a little bit more strict on our carb sources, that we might see a decrease in weight, but an actual increase in strength, because a lot of the carbs that I eat right now are pretty fast digesting carbs that they do help me in the gym, but overall I could be doing a lot better. I could be doing more rice, more potatoes, that kind of thing. So this type of bulk has served its purpose, gaining a lot of strength in a short period of time. We went from 225 incline bench for I think three reps maybe to now 275. So, and I've noticed these t-shirts that I wear to the gym all the time are certainly filled out a lot more. They're starting to get a little small on me. They're still size appropriate, but they're certainly not as baggy as what they used to be. So should be fun. But I'm going to cut this conversation here. We're going to get in the gym.
It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. But it's made of all the things I have to take. Jesus stammerlands, it works its way inside. If the pain is on,
いいぞ特急、頑張れ頑張れ。まるで分かっていないな。いい機会だ、教えてやる。本物の呪術というもの、領域展開。というもの、領域展開。
How can he possibly be so calm?
Adios, dude.
At the 11th hour, he still speaks of survival as though it's a given. Why does his voice resonate so strongly within me? The sound of this man's voice is so reassuring to me. Now I must be led by the Black Swordsman, a man who stands alone in the darkness.
I didn't run away. I can't get away. That final terror and hatred is burned into my right eye. I'll never be able to atone for it. This pitch black flame burning in my soul. If I can't atone and I can't run from it, I must let it burn me.
Well, I don't know if you can tell by the look on my face or the sweat on my shirt, but I'm exhausted. That was a really good back workout. Lifted heavier on a lot of movements, except for seated rows, seated machine rows. I think every movement we did a new weight, and I'm exhausted. I am gonna go home now, eat probably an entire day's worth of food all at once, to be honest. Starting with a tuna sandwich from the canned tuna with mayonnaise, because we're still bulking, like 1 week left, and dirty bulking, and probably some white truffle potato chips. That seems to be my new favorite kind of flavor of stuff. White truffle fries, white truffle potato chips, white truffle aioli, which is just mayonnaise, white truffle mayonnaise. And then I've really been like upping my fruit game. So I'll probably have a banana and an apple when I get home as well. I do have oranges. We'll see how good an orange sounds. Fuck it, I'll have an orange. I'll eat my 3 fruits before I indulge in my chips, and I'll definitely get that tuna in. Oh shit! Just knocked my car into sport mode on accident. Definitely going to. Fuck. What was I gonna say? Definitely going to eat more throughout the day, stuff to get my 100-gram protein shake in with some Fairlife milk. Definitely need to get some chicken in, approximately 50 grams worth. So between the protein shake, the tuna, and the chicken, I'll hit 200 grams of protein, but I still need more. And so I got these little breakfast bars, these like little blueberry breakfast bars, which are about 15 grams of protein each. Nothing crazy, just something to snack on in between meals. And then we'll see what I end up getting for dinner, which will probably comprise of the remaining protein that I need for the day. I got some chores that I need to do. May or may not do them. Might just play some Elden Ring. And yeah, but there was something that I wanted to talk to you guys about real quick. Something about the gym, something about working out. Oh, so let's say you're in the gym and you're trying to get stronger. And let's just say you usually bench 225 pounds, and that's part of your heavy set for a set of 2 or 4 or whatever you guys do. Personally, I don't like to do anything less than 4 or anything more than 6 when I do a heavy set of anything. If I am doing less than 4, depending on how badly I'm missing 4, I might need to up it, drop the weight a little bit, just so that I can cleanly get 4. Not too clean though, because it's supposed to be a heavy set, so you're reflectively going to be a little bit more poor on your form, especially if it's a new heavy set for you. If I'm getting more than 6, then it's time to up the weight and do a new heavy set weight. But let's say for whatever reason you just find yourself really not making any progress, no matter how much weight you add or drop, or you're using great form, your diet's on point, everything. Just because you can't go up in weight on your heavy set doesn't mean that you can't go up in weight on your light sets. So I know a lot of people who do hit like 225 for a heavy set, they usually drop all the way back down to 135 for their like finisher set, their like lighter set, and it's usually like a set of 10 or 20 or something like that. I know you guys like to do those like crazy high reps. I'm not a fan of it, but whatever. So if you can't go from 225 to like 235 for your heavy set, you can't increase weight. Instead of doing 135 for your light set, do 145 or 150, you know? As long as you're increasing the weight somewhere and making it a little bit more difficult for your muscles somewhere in the movement, somewhere in the workout, and you're getting, you know, adequate rest, nutrition, and hydration, ideally, you know, you're gradually going to see improvements over time. Don't get discouraged just because you're not able to, you know, lift more than what your heaviest weight is. Maybe you just need to bring up the rear a little bit and increase your high rep set, your lighter reps, or even still your starting weight. You could go up 5-10 pounds in your starting weight, but still do, you know, whatever your plateauing heavy set is. You're still going to make progress doing that, I promise. So just a little tip, a little trick to kind of help you overcome that obstacle if you find yourself stuck in that spot. I do seated rows as part of my back workout, and the seated row machine stacks out at 240 pounds. I can do 240 pounds for a set of 6 really easily. Now I really have two options. I could do 240 pounds for a set of 10, which I'm not too crazy about, because then it's gradually becoming more like cardio at that point rather than a muscle movement. Or instead of doing my usual 170 pounds for my breakdown set of 10, you know, my final set of 10, I can do 200 pounds for my final set of 10. So that's what I did today. Felt pretty good. And yeah. Also, if you're doing a machine and that machine is stacked out and you know you don't find yourself making progress anymore, at that point it's time to do a different movement. So I still do seated machine rows, but I now do single arm cable rows, just to kind of go that extra mile, get my back muscles kind of reoriented to something new while also doing the same, so that I can continue to make progress while also maintaining, you know, the level of function that I've worked for. So, but almost home now. Got to drink lots of water as I probably sweat. I couldn't even tell you how much water. I mean, I don't know why I wear these sweatpants to the gym here in Florida as it begins to warm up. I tell myself that it helps me to get rid of excess sodium via sweat, so that I don't have to worry about like sitting in a sauna or drinking excess water or, you know, what have you. Because when you eat a lot of salt, when you eat a lot of sodium, there's really only there's 3 ways to balance it out. One is time. Let your kidneys take care of it, and you piss it out via your urine. 2, you drink copious amounts of water so that you can dilute your blood, flush out the excess sodium via urine. Or thirdly, you can sweat it out like a sauna or what have you. But that's not where that therapy ends. Once you've sweated it out, whether it's the sauna or working out like me, you do need to drink a decent amount of just like normal ass water to not only further replenish the water that you lost as you were sweating out the sodium, but you also need to replace the water. Sorry, I'm like not in the right mind right now after that workout. I can't really think straight. So that being said, time to eat some food. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me on the workout. Hope you guys have a good time. Hope you guys have a good week. Hope you guys are hitting your goals. Be sure to stay safe, stay strong, stay hydrated. Be sure to stay safe, stay strong, stay big.